Hello, my name's Cliff, and I would like to show you my Knight Rider conversion in Photoshop. But first I'd like to go ahead and give you a little bit of background on the show and the parts it takes and just what I'm doing. Back in the 80s there was a show called Knight Rider. It starred David Hasselhoff as well as a talking car named KITT. KITT was a talking car. He had all these computerized dash, and the whole system was run by a computer. And they would go on these missions together. And as a child, I watched the show, and I was a huge fan of the show. I've always loved technology, and I loved watching the show, and so it brings back a lot of memories watching this today. This is actually a cover from a DVD set. The car was based on a 80s model Trans Am. Firebird also has about the same body style. And so there are these people out there that nowadays they're purchasing these cars and basically making a Knight Rider or KITT replica. And so you can find these replicas in a lot of different places now around the country. And a completed replica is actually quite valuable. I've seen them going from anywhere between $20,000 and $40,000. I've seen them actually show up on eBay and several other places. So a completed replica, it's definitely making it actually worth more than when you purchased it. Now the cars that you use, of course, like I said, is a 1985 or around that year model Trans Am or Firebird. A lot of them are earlier models than that. You know, the chances of finding one that's in very good condition are pretty slim. I found this Firebird on Auto Trader. A guy had just a one-owner car, been garage kept and babied over its life, and it is a gorgeous car. A real slick paint job. There's not going to be a whole lot I have to do to it physically to, get it in the shape I want it in. It's real nice. Has fairly low mileage for its year. So this is it. This is a '85 Firebird that I have sitting in my driveway right now. Just to show you a few more pictures, this thing it's in very good condition. There's a picture of me talking on my watch, kind of like David Hasselhoff used to do. Of course, Michael Knight in the series. I'm talking to KITT through my watch. And hats off to my wife Sarah. She's the one that took these beautiful pictures. She did an excellent job. So to redo the outside of this car, you've got to have the turbo cast wheels, the bowling ball hubcaps, the rear blackouts for the tail lights. You've got the nose, and the nose is very important. I mean, it's one of the signature things on a Knight Rider replica. And of course, right in the center of that nose, you'll have the scanner light. Here's a picture of it from the kind of an original series artwork that you can see. You can see that nice red scanner. It kind of goes back and forth, as you can see on the front of the car, very mysteriously. It really gives a nice effect. And here's a picture of someone's Knight Rider replica, the interior of their car. As you can see, it's really, really cool what they do with these. It's got all kinds of lights and buttons, and everything is sculpted like it was on the show. And you can purchase these kits from dealers all over the country. People that build these kits out of fiberglass and so forth. And a lot of them have working screens, and they talk to you. And I mean, people go all out. They really go all out on these replicas. And just to show you that I'm not the only one doing this, here are several replicas lined up, as you can see, where people are doing the same thing. They even have a Knight Rider festival in Las Vegas you can attend, where people will bring out the replicas, and people from the show come out and say hi and sign autographs and so forth. Here's another guy sitting in his replica. He looks pretty happy about it. So here's the car I purchased, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you, I've been so excited about doing this replica that I wanted to take it into Photoshop and go ahead and do the replica in Photoshop. So I found pictures of every single part I need, and so I just did a replica in Photoshop. So I wanted to show you how it looks. So this is what the car starts out like. This is what it looks like today. And then, of course, we add the bowling ball hubcaps and turbo cast wheels. And I want you to see as I add each little part to here how much each part actually makes it change. I mean, it just really starts to change quickly. And then here's basically the the white wall or the white letter tires that have been flipped around. So now you've got the plain black tires, which is very much like the Knight Rider on the show. And then we add the front nose and the front scanner, all important piece, along with some fog lights underneath there. And then we get rid of the pinstriping and we do a all new paint job. And also went ahead and tinted the windows while I was at it. And what's a Knight Rider car without the Knight Rider logo? So as you can see, it's pretty easy to do an external Knight Rider replica. I mean, it's going to be expensive, and there are some, there's these parts that you have to buy, and it's going to be a little bit of work. But I think I never thought that I would have a car like this. So here it is again. I'll just show you. And just to compare mine to the original, here's a picture of the original KITT car from Knight Rider. This is actually one of the earlier season models. And here's KITT up on two wheels. This is a trick he would do a lot in the show. And here's a picture of Michael Knight. He's pulling off some kind of stunt, probably getting out ready to attack the bad guy. And here's back to my car again. I'll go ahead and do the transition again. There it is before and after. And that's about it. If you ever have a chance to fulfill a childhood dream, like replicating a car that you used to watch on television as a little kid, I highly recommend doing so. See you later.